Hello beautiful people, welcome to the channel. Reverend Debbie here, hope you're all doing well. So today on Witchy Natter I am looking at wands and how you can use them in your life and what you can use and what you can use them for. So I've placed a number of my wands out here for you to have a look at, and I've decided to do it this way rather than me holding them up because you get a better view of what they look like on this purple background. So a wand is an extension of your arm. So it's an extension of your fingers, and you are directing that energy with the wand. Now this one is one of my oldest ones. My original wand, my first ever wand, was actually a bougainvillea twig. It's quite a long twig, but I don't know why, it just seemed appropriate at the time, and where I lived I had a bougainvillea in my back garden, so it was, you know, easy to access. So this is an oak dowel with crystals on either end. Fantastic for using this for drawing down the moon, because it brings in energy one end and brings it out into me in the other end. I will be looking at drawing down the moon and what it is. Basically, we draw the moon down into ourselves as a high priestess of a coven, or even on your own. If you're solitary, you can do it on your own. You don't have to belong to a coven. With witchcraft, you can practice on your own. So on the full moon, you would draw the goddess energy into yourself. And that one is a fantastic one to use for that. Then I have this lovely one here. This is hazel. And it's got a citrine crystal on the top of it there, some feathers. And I use this one for fun rituals in summer and spring. So it's sort of for Ostara and Beltane and Letha and Lamas. I like using that for those. This one is a sort of mass-produced one, really. It's from the east somewhere. It's got point crystal on the one end, the rounded crystal ball on the other end. And I use this for reading when I do crystal readings, which I'm going to be doing for you over the next couple of days, so you get an idea of what a crystal reading is like. So I would point at the crystals on the board as I'm reading them, as to this is connected to that and so on. So you could do the same with runes. It just prevents me from handling the crystals, because when you're doing a lot of readings, you know, say back-to-back readings, the crystals really do get imbued with a lot of energy. Then I've got this one. This is my kyanite wand. It's got red wax on it at the moment. It was being used for a spell, but this is kyanite, which is a crystal. It's very brittle, grounds up very nicely. This is blue kyanite. And I like to use this as a strong wand when I'm doing sort of maybe grayer magic, a bit darker magic. That gets used for that. Then I have these two beautiful selenite wands here. These I've had for many, many years. I don't use them in magic, but I do use them for my Reiki treatments. So what I would do is put one on either side of the person's lower legs, and they will draw all the negative energy out of that person. And afterwards, I then run them across the person, removing any remaining negative energy. The nice thing about selenite is it's such a powerful, powerful healer and cleaner of energy. And it's these two pieces have got so much energy in them. I was very lucky to find them. These two wands here are sort of, they're ones that I got in one of these witches boxes, things that you apply for. And I love the sort of Dementor one. He looks sort of, you know, death with his cloak and the weird eyes and so on. So this is a nice one to use for Samhain. This one, I would probably use her for midsummer. She looks very midsummery to me. And you can use these wands however and whenever you need to. Now, my favoritist wand is this one, which is a piece of yew, as in a yew tree, Y-E-W. And the power that comes from this is amazing. So for me, this is my ultimate wand. Definitely the one that I will be using over Samhain. And This is raw. This is not worked on. Yew is quite brittle, so it breaks quite easily. So I keep this one safe, but it just has this huge amount of power in it, this amazing power that you can use. Now, you don't have to get an expensive wand. You can get whatever wand you like. You can make your own. I wish I had the ability to make my own wand, but I'm just rubbish at that kind of thing. So I support small businesses who make them, or I find one in a forest. But you can use whatever you like. The one thing that you should remember as well is these two fingers are always a wand when you need them. You'll see priests use them in blessings. They will do the sign of the cross. I will draw the sign of the pentagram with them. And of course, this is a wand. You are sending or receiving energy. So if ever you are without a wand, use the fingers. This one, I forgot about this one. This is my Priapic wand. This was actually in a flower display, a floral display that I got one year for Christmas. And so it was already connected. So I've kept it and use it for Imbolc, which Priapic means that it represents the male genitalia as the blessing of the bride at Imbolc. But those are stories for another day. Let me know what ones you have. Let me know how you use them and what you use them for. I hope to see you next time. Blessed be.